So, PM4 install. I got everything pretty much laid out already. I'm gonna start from what I've already done. Sorry if the camera angles suck cock, but trim. This is all one piece. I'm sure some people know that, but most people don't. It's all just clips here. Just kind of grab it and yank it. I started from the back, which was a little easier. You don't need to worry about this bolt here. I threw it over there. But you just grab it, yank it, and then just kind of push it. And same thing for the driver's side. This will help in the future. And then this piece you just kind of yank out. I didn't fully yank it out just because I'm going to run the wire back over here and then through the firewall up there, but we'll get there. As for up here, I've disconnected the battery. I want to do that just for safety reasons and whatnot, but let's get started. I'm going to throw this in the front of the video because I'm nearing the end now. Tools that you'll need to use if you want to take the battery out so that way you can see the grommet better. You'll need a 13 mil with an extension just to remove this so you can slide either the battery forward. I removed the battery entirely just so that way the video can see it a little better, but all you'll basically need to do is just reach your hand down here and call it a day. But tools, screwdriver if you need it, definitely crimp tool, 13 mil socket, some zip ties, probably a screwdriver if you haven't already punched a hole in the grommet, and a 10 mil so that way you can loosen the battery and also loosen these bolts down here on either side just so you can tuck things a little nicer. Those are all the tools that I used. You can mix and match in whatever you want, but also a heat gun so you can heat shrink those connectors. But other than that, that was it. So for the tools and whatnot, you really only need whatever, like, I mean, I guess you could use some trim pieces, but as for like truly tools, you're probably just gonna need a ratchet and a 10 mil. That's if you disconnect the battery, but you will need it for the positive terminal connection here, which is what we're going to use for the wire that comes up here, and then we're going to use this for the ground, but we'll get there. The first thing I want to do is run the wire just so it's going to be a little easier. So this is all your other shit that goes there. PM4 we'll throw back here, and then the wire. So give me a minute to untangle this, and then we're gonna start running it. All right, so I got this all untangled. I hope this is a good angle. I don't think it is. Yeah, it's on wide, so it'll probably look decent. So this will plug into the main terminal, power in. I'm just gonna leave this unplugged for now, but this goes here. Untangled this, took all the trim pieces out. I wanted to look actually like halfway fucking decent. I'm probably gonna put the PM4 here just with Velcro, just put like 2 pieces of Velcro here and slap it on the carpet, call it a day. As for all this shit, we'll get there in a second. I do want to run this first. I probably won't do anything gear-wise, so I'll probably just do something like, after this shit's all moved, I'll probably make it a little more neat, but something along the lines here. I might actually run this Actually, do I want to remove that? I don't know, probably not. But I run that down there. Come on, you fuck. Alright, positive here, yes. Negative here. Alright, cool. Shoo. Go yonder. Ooh. Alright. Grab this. Ooh, don't fuck that up. I don't know what that is. There, actually, that's the lighting strip. So we'll start tucking this under here. Start making it a little decent. Oh shit, the seat belt's in the way. Fuck. You guys wanted something raw, so this is what you're gonna get. I'm starting to hate these. Oh, fuck. I'm keeping that in. Watch out for flinging wires, especially when they almost hit you in the eye. Alright, where's Mr. Positive? Because Mr. Negative's a fucking negative Nancy. Cool. So we'll run that like this, run that behind the seat bracket, fuck shit thingy mabobber, run it under the green thingy, and then just run it along here. This rubber makes it smell like my fucking gun. Go. Just keep fucking pulling. There we go. And now we tuck a little bit. I don't want it that tight. I want a little slack. Start doing this shit. It's probably too dark for you, honestly. Is it even recording? Yes, sir. Oh, I fucking love this light. This thing's bright as fuck. Alright. So we'll run this up under here. away the dead pedal that I don't fucking use. Is this still a good angle? Probably. I'll take this off for a second. There we go, this should be decent. My face is in it, so yeah. So there should be a grommet over here somewhere. So this is the clutch pedal. Fuck. I gotta remove that bolt. See. Alright, so left off about here. I did a little work. So there's this piece here, if you haven't taken your car apart already. It's located just here. It's a T25, it's 1 bolt, it's right here. Simply just remove it, pull it out, and then your rubber grommet is located above this plastic piece here. So if you move this away and you move this black piece out of the way, right where my middle finger is, it's hard to see, where my middle finger is, there's a little grommet. I'll show you moving, but basically all I'm going to do is take a pick, poke a hole in it. Alright, let's see. Can we see the wires? You guys can't, but I can. Actually, you can see the black one. Right here. Cool. And grab the red one just behind the VW logo. What a fucking hoe. Ooh. Bam. Money. Alright, so you're gonna want the fuse for the red one, so we'll get a wire stripper and strip that, and then the ground I'm gonna probably shorten this back up a little bit and shove this back through a little, because it's probably be easier to tuck it over there. But we're basically just gonna do something like that, where the take this nut out and just put the attachment right here and just run the ground right here. Easiest bare metal piece. I'm pretty sure that's what the battery goes off of, so a little easier than using these clips here. For the positive, basically what I'm gonna do is tuck this behind the battery, kind of like that. Put the fuse somewhere right here, and then tuck it underneath, kind of where the MPI wires are, and kind of, I don't know if I want to take this off again, but I'll probably end up I might actually do it like this. Put it like that, and put the fuse up there, right here, and then run it over, so that way the wire kind of goes up and under. Maybe, I don't know, we'll get there. But we're going to be using this terminal here. Just take this 10mm bolt out, and easy peasy. But we got all this kind of situated for now. I'm not going to go over tucking everything, because that's kind of per person type thing, but I'm just kind of showing you the basics of it. Obviously this trim, and then I'll end up tucking that, so that way I'm not kicking it with my foot when I'm banging those gears. But let's get started back here. Is it recording? Yes. Alright, so PM4. So let's take a little bit of this wire back, since we have everything already ran. So that way, that's probably a good location, right in the center. I don't want to fuck with the wires anymore. I can almost tuck it underneath this, just to get it to hold right now. Don't mind the quarter, found that, I'm gonna keep that. Alright, cool. So, I'll talk about that. So this shit. Alright, so if you're installing a PM4, you've already done a pump, so you know to just pull this up. It's just simple, easy. This is the OEM fuel pump controller. This is your basic connector that goes right here. And then there's a bunch of this, all this shit. So basically, this connector is going to go here. This connector is a female connector, which is going to go to your OEM one, kind of like so. And then this is the fuse for up yonder. And this, or actually, fuck. This goes somewhere along here. Yes, that's right. This connects to the PM4, and then this connects like so. Alright, so we'll get to the crimping and whatnot closer to the end. I just want to get everything kind of mocked up. PM4 I'll put here, so that way it's already pretty secured by this thingamabobber. I never put the seats in anyway. But basically this rubber grommet pops out. If you didn't already know that, you kind of just go underneath it and then just kind of pop it up. Easy peasy. You could cut a hole in it, but I want to make it look like dummy clean per se. I also could have just ran it like this, but basically this is a female connector to this male connector. This is your OEM fuel pump controller connector that you break your fingernail on when you're removing it, but you basically snap that in and call it a day for that one. So we'll get this out of the way so you guys can see better. But on for this one will just kind of pop in like so, and then this will go back to your OEM controller. So honestly, that's about it for this. Now you just kind of have to do the crimping. It's honestly not a hard install, to be quite honest, but let me go get a crimp tool and we'll strip these wires out, crimp them together nice and clean and easy, using the supplied crimps, obviously. Get those out, get everything out actually, because I need to do that. But we're going to use these 3 pins, or probably can't use that one, but actually maybe we can, maybe we can use that on the positive side. But god damn it, brother's coming home. But basically just gonna shove all this shit underneath for now. As for where the low pressure fuel controller is located for my brother, it's under here. Oh, 1 second. Alright, I did some work off camera. So basically I've taken these wires and ran it through the grommet here. You just cut a little hole, easy peasy. What I did for the blue and black wires, which I'm probably going to be doing the same with the red and black, just I ran them up and behind this seat well cover. I didn't remove this just because it's easier. I will have to remove this side so I can run these wires underneath, and then I'm probably going to zip tie it to the existing wiring harness here, just so nothing rubs too bad. But I'm going to start crimping. It's pretty self-explanatory now at this point, at least for me. But you're going to take this piece is going to go to the pump out on the PM4, and you're going to crimp it to the smaller gauge wires. And after that, basically all you got to do is make sure this is all tucked. Go back up to the engine bay and throw this bitch on there. And then after that, you're done, basically. And you can make sure everything works. But I don't know if I did show the connectors, but the super fat connector goes to the controller, and then your OEM pump goes to the female connector that comes with the PM4. And then you'll also get, so basically the new connector goes to the pump, and then your old connectors go to the other two existing female connectors on the PM4 harness. So the blue and black wires will go to the controller, and then the red and the sensor that connects, that has these wires connected to it, will go to the pump, and then your old connector will go to whatever this is connected to as well. It's like a little female one. It's pretty easy. Because if you watch like my video along with like Bryce's, Bryce made a pretty decent video about it. And there was one other dude, I forget, but those are both Golf Rs, so they're not really compatible for GTIs, but it's basically the same thing. I'm basically doing exactly what they did. Although theirs probably going to look a little cleaner than mine, just because, I don't know, but function over form. I'm going to get to crimping. I'm going to do this off camera just so it's easier for me. And then once I'm back, I'll go back up to the engine bay and we'll do it up there. It's been a while since I last picked up the camera. I forgot what I left out on, but I'll start from the top. So this is all tight and whatnot, and zip tied it together. I would use black zip ties personally, just to make it look cleaner, but I don't have any with me, so clear is what I'm gonna get. I have a zip tied to the existing harness. It's not super tight, but it's still a little loose, a little slack on it. These black and red wires definitely are tight, just because there's plenty of slack here. Just my fault. But with the black and blue wires, went around, tucked it up under here, 10 millibolt, come up here, tucked it underneath the carpet, routed under here, and then back up and right to here. For the how I'm mounting the PM4, it's just Velcro. Pretty easy, simple. Same with this stuff. It's just routed underneath this little carpet here, and then back up, and then to here. As for the main harness, got it routed underneath this little carpet here. Same thing as over there, just under this. Excess ground, just have it zip tied here, routed underneath. Climb out. Oh, didn't mean to do that. but falls under, gun goes under, goes up here, goes to the well, and then comes up. So see the positive, and then the ground I have routed kind of missy-matchy. You can kind of see it just there, comes up, goes right next to the O2 sensors, and comes up and meets to the ground right there. Easy peasy. And then for the positive, we ran into an issue where we could not get it to sit right with the fuse box cover, because the way that we used the fuse box cover is this is the main positive terminal that connects straight to this shit. You aren't supposed to use these, just so people know that. You are not supposed to use these, because you'll damage the actual threading on bolt if you take them out. So you have to technically use this. This front cover here pops out, little screwdriver right by my ring, or my pointer finger. Just push it, pulls up. I don't want to do it because we have it all situated. But with the fuse, we had to cut the excess positive, and then like you can kind of see here, it would end just about here. So we cut it, took another crimp, crimped it here, cut some excess on the positive, and then made it up here. And so that way we can get a longer positive wire instead of having it super short like the one in the rear, because they're both the same size and they're literally about like 6 inches, not even. But the only way, if you guys didn't want to cut, the only way you could do it would be to take this front cover off and just ditch it. Just ditch the front cover. You'd still be able to close the fuse box cover just in the rear, so it would kind of hang a little bit. Like, it wouldn't be super floppy, but it wouldn't be perfect. It'd kind of be like this. But that's how we did it. We as in helping my brother. But it's not a super hard thing, but it's like, if you don't want to do it, that's the only other option, is to just ditch this front cover. We tried cutting a hole in it to try and mount this through, but we couldn't. The gauge wire on the positive is too thick in order to get it to bend right, so we just couldn't do that. Overall, I started this at about probably 4, so it's about 8 now, so 4 hours, but that's me taking my time and making sure everything's perfect. But I think this is where I'll probably leave it off. I'm just gonna put the trim cover back on, or the trims, so that way I don't look like a Honda. Clean up a little bit, and that should be it. That's pretty straightforward install. It's just kind of, it'll take however long you want it to, depending on your perfection level. But if you got this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.